Hello all, Jeff here with a new video back on Gran Turismo Sport. This was the latest race in the FIA Nations Cup, which was on Saturday night. It's Group 4 at Nurburgring GP. This is qualifying, and I'm using the Ford Mustang because I'm checking the top 10 best times before I started this race. I noticed the Mustang was up there and I had enough money for it, so I'm like, alright, I'll buy one, see how I go. And see how I fare. Now, I did a race before this with the Alpha 4C. I mean, that's very grippy, but it was just no good in a straight line, so thought I'd change it up with the Mustang. At least I've got a bit more muscle for the straights. So, and this is the first time I'm using the Group 4 Mustang in the game, so it'll be interesting to see how I go. Got a round again in front of me. Apparently, that ended up being one of the best cars for this race, but I only realised that until people started using the car in the races. As old mate just pulls off, lets me through. He knows I'm on a hot lap, so yeah, I may as well show you the whole, my best qualifying lap. Just abuse the curbs. That's perfectly fine on GT Sport, and yeah, we'll see how we go from here. So. Saturday night I was doing a heap of races as well in the manufacturers series. However, that turned out to be a complete and utter joke, thanks to the ridiculous track limits Interlagos has in FIA races. If you just have a tiny bit of wheel off the curb, penalty. It was just an absolute joke. Yeah, and I wasn't too happy about it. But this race, for quali, it actually turned out to be pretty good. We've got the McGann in front. It kind of holds me up a little bit here. However, I just get a much better exit. He backs off. So we'll see what kind of time I can put in here. And it's a 2:05.9, and that's enough to put me on P1. Not bad at all. However, we've still got a few guys running, so no guarantees here. And we've got oil in my blood in another Mustang. He's still running. We've got a few guys still running. So there we go. Audi TT has pipped me at the post, unfortunately. Now this other Mustang, he's still going. Now at this stage, I was shocked. I was right up the front of the field, to be honest. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not on pole, who cares, but I can still make something out of this. So yeah, I mean, and there you go, oil in my blood has picked me at the post, and now I'm P3, second row of the grid. But look, that's a very good lap from myself. So here's the grid, oil in my blood in another yellow Mustang. He's on pole. Then we've got PJ Mack and the Audi TT. Those two just bit me at the end. There's myself, so number 6 yellow Mustang. We'll see how we go with this. Stray Archer and Renault Megane, as I said before, end up being one of the very best cars for this track. Oh, nice golf livery on that Audi TT. Lamborghini Huracan, that's a really good livery actually. Well done, mate. Bunnings Warehouse. Get around that car. And the Citroen GT, a bit of an oddball compared to all the others. Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, that's a very good track, especially at Dragon Trail Seaside. You may have seen a previous video. Oh, Marlboro livery on the Audi. Nice work, awesome. Then we've got an Alpha 4C. As I said, I thought it was a good car, but nah. And that Holden Racing Team livery on the Mazda Atenza. James Courtney's in this race. Awesome. Got a nice matte grey Jag. I can't tell if that's Jim Richards or Mark Scapen in this and GDR. Well, they're back. Awesome. Skitson. I'm pretty sure he's the guy that bet me for second at Autopolis. Hammy to the bone. Yeah, we'll see how we go with that. Puhak in his BMW M4. You don't really see the M4 often. A Hyundai Genesis. Nice BP livery on that car. And in the back of the grid we have a Subaru WRX. So here we go. We're about to start. So my plan was just to keep up with the leaders and see what happens. Tyre strategy. Well, sometimes that's one thing I don't look hard enough at as per like what tyres people are on. Oh, here we go. The Audi goes for the massive punt. But gets rebooted thanks to Polyphony's very good system that stops people from ramming each other. That could have been huge if he smashed into the leaders. But anyway, yeah, so tyre strategy, you had the choice of soft tyres or mediums. I decided, you know what, to keep up the leaders, put the soft tyres on to start off with, and then put the medium tyres later on. And of course, you don't know what the rest of the field's going to do. You don't know if they're going to stop as I just get a bit slidey. As the McGann's going to might have a chance of grabbing third from me, but I'm not going to let that happen, to be honest. I want to be right up the front and see what happens. So, yep, the McGann, very, very good car in Group 4, but I want to try and keep up with that other Mustang and the TT, because I feel pretty confident that I can keep up with them. So, through the Schumacher S, pretty much flat out in this car, so keep that in mind. Yeah, so it could end up being a very, very good battle here. So, yep, the other yellow Mustang, he's in front. Yeah, I mean, when I bought the car, the thing with the Group 4 cars is you have a choice of colours. So, I decided to go for the yellow one just because it looked a bit different. I didn't think that the guy in front was going to run a yellow Mustang as well, but anyway, through the chicane, just abuse the curbs there, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, so we're about to finish lap 1 into the last turn, so we'll see how we go here. So on the main straightaway, of course they're weaving side to side because they don't want anyone in their slipstream, which I totally understand. And I mean, they're not close enough to really block, if that makes sense. Into the hairpin we go. That's taken really nicely, actually. And I could have a run on the Audi TT here, but he could have a chance at getting the Mustang as well. So no guarantees here. Round the outside of turn 3, yeah, that's not going to work. So here we go into turn 4. The TT's gone wide. The slow in fast out from myself. I'm going to grab second place. The question is if I can hold the position. For now, I'm second, so 2 yellow Mustangs at the front. So here we go. I've got a chance of getting first, actually, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I'm just going to try and, you know, keep up with oil in my blood and see if I can get by him at some stage. So we go into this slightly banked hairpin. He's going to go wide here, so I might be able to get a chance, but nah, he's got a very good exit using all the curb, which is perfectly fine. Through Schumacher S, as I said, flat out, even if your tyres are badly worn. So here we go. So, you know, this could be a nice little battle between the yellow Mustangs. So, yeah, that reminds me, yellow Mustang, that makes me think of the original Gone in 60 Seconds. That is the one that was made in 1974, because the Eleanor in that car is a yellow Mustang. So, yeah. Maybe this is a disciple of Eleanor 1.0. Some of you may not even realise that there was a Gone in 60 Seconds in 1974, but there was. And all the stunts in that movie, no special effects at all. They were actually done. Pretty cool. I mean, you know, yeah, the dialogue, I mean, the script and all that, it's not the greatest, but the car chase, well, it's amazing. However, we're on the front straight. I'm going to think about having a go at oil in my blood. I've got the inside line for turn 1. The question is, can I get it done? Yes, I do. Awesome stuff. So, you know, that's probably me with the soft tyres. However, they are wearing out a fair bit, as you can notice there. So that's one thing to keep note. As we go to the end of lap 3, well, look at the tyre wear on the front tyres. And that's not good at all. As we go into the chicane, you know, he's probably on, bit of contact, excuse me. Yeah, that was a mistake from his part. No penalty from him for some reason, but anyway, we'll push on. So, as he gets a bit slidey again, this is on. I could grab the lead again, able to start lap 4. Now the thing is, as I said, my tyres are wearing out very badly, so I've got to, as I get under the brakes. But the thing is, I just went in too hot. It probably doesn't help that my tyres are pretty much shot at this stage. Still got the lead though, but Oil in My Blood, I reckon he's on the medium tyre, because he's probably not experiencing as much tyre wear as myself. He's gonna think about having a go again. Still got the lead as we get out of turn 4. I get a bit slidey. The Mustang, the other one, he's on the inside for turn 5. So can he make the move stick? No, he doesn't. I've still got the lead here. However, this could be a nice little battle here as we go into turn 6. Yeah, my tyres are gone. He's back in the lead. So yeah, as you can see, my front tyres are pretty much gone. So yeah, we just have to keep note of that. But anyway, as we take that corner nicely, I thought to myself, now, well, I've got the soft tyre on. It's lap 4 of 9. Maybe I should hit this lap and see what happens. And from there, I can figure out what kind of strategy Oil in My Blood is on. So yeah, here we go. As I just extend this corner slightly, and guess what happens? I'm going to cop a penalty. Albeit it is only 5/10, so yeah, that's a shame. Even the slightest mistake, and when you lose time, they still give you a penalty. It's like adding insult to injury. That's what I was getting almost every single corner at the Interlagos race. I won't show that because that was an absolute joke. So I come into the pits, may as well. However, I come into the pits out of this corner. I'm going to hit X to change up the 3rd gear. But as soon as I hit X, split second, I was pressing X to change the 3rd gear, and it just came up with the tyre options, and I'm going to put on another pair of softs. So that means I'm going to have to try and make the soft tyre last for 5 laps. Yep, longer than my first stint. So yeah, I was very disappointed because I was going to put the medium tyre on. That way I had a bit more tyre life for the second stint, but I'm going to have to do that with the soft tyre. Yeah, I'm going to be alright for the start, but later on, I'm going to be wrestling the thing. As you can see, I've served the penalty. A good thing, kind of a good thing, because we had these 3 cars just going all over the joint. Well, Mark Scaife's going to go into the pits. The attempted rammers in the pits, easily going by the Alpha 4C, and I'm in the 4th place. So just have to rely on people pitting, and we'll see if I can actually make ground on the Mustang. Anyway, in front is Mac in the Audi TT, which I got by earlier. As you can see, it's end of lap 7. I've tried to make the tyres last, tried to be smooth on the left stick, which is very hard to do on controller, mind you. But yeah, 2 laps to go. You just never know what's going to happen. So it's quite clear that Oil in My Blood and Mac have done the no stop strategy with the medium tyre. So I was going to do all 3 races here, but there's a glitch in the game right now where you go to the sport mode where you do your races. You go to give Mac a bit of a punt. His tyres are quite clearly off, but yeah, so there's a little glitch right now. So say you go in the sport mode, which is the online races. You go to FIA Nations Cup, hit X, and it takes you to the daily races. So you have to go in and out of that like for a good 5 minutes before you can actually enter the FIA race, which is frustrating. And it meant I missed out on the first Nations Cup race here. So I was a bit disappointed because maybe after this race I could have done another one with the Mustang, confident knowing what strategy I can do. And yeah, it was just frustrating that I couldn't do the first race, because if I did, then maybe I could, I would have had the strategy figured out not putting it into third gear as you come out of that hairpin in the pits. But one thing I notice here, you can see in the background, there's oil in my blood just entering the chicane now. I've gained a lot of time on him. The question is, am I going to gain enough time on him to get by him at the end of the race? Are the tyres going to last, for starters? But yeah, that was the plan. Just see how I go with this. As you can see, the front tyres, they are completely worn out, and I'm just amazed myself just how long I can make this tyre last. Yeah, when I've got the wheel, but you know, I'm not 100% confident with it yet. So once I get really comfortable with the wheel, I'll start using that full time. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, into turn 2. The Mustang, well, he's just entering turn 3 now, so I've gained a lot of ground on him. So that's a soft tyre doing its thing despite the tyre wear. Mind you, he's had 9 laps on the medium, so you know his tyres aren't that great either. So we'll see what happens here. So the question is, can I get to him in time? You can quite clearly see that I'm gaining on him. The shame is, the last lap, the shame is I never properly got a chance to put the medium tyre on. But anyway, I'll learn from next time as we go into this slightly banked hairpin. So here we go. You know, I was feeling pretty confident at this stage, but yeah, it's a bit hard to tell how much tyre wear he's got. Schumacher S, even on worn softs, flat out, which surprised me actually. But yeah, here we go. So as you can see, the left front is completely gone. I don't know how I'm making it last, to be honest. As you can see, I am making a lot of ground on this guy. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. I just get a wheel on the sand. Probably would, you know, if I didn't get the wheel on the sand, I probably wouldn't have got to him anyway. You know, despite the mistake in pit lane, it's a pretty good comeback if you ask me. Into the hairpin, just wait for it, bang! I cop a punt from the Citroen, but he lets me stay in front, and luckily I don't get a penalty. But yeah, so it's going to be a 1-2 for the yellow Mustangs if the Citroen doesn't get by me. Well, we copped the penalty for the punt, fair enough, but it will end up being second place for me. So yeah, just ruining the mistake in pit lane. But it's a bit hard when you're trying to change gear and it just comes up with tyre options straight away. But anyway, there you have it. So if you like the video, smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and if you want to see more, subscribe and tap the notification icon. Anyway, this is Jeff here, and happy racing. Cheers.